So Hotel des Arts Saigon is part of the MGallery collection, part of Accor Group, and aims to craft memorable and meaningful F&B experiences by committing to local source produce, leaving a long-lasting legacy of progressiveness, where every dining experience is a celebration. So basically keeping that crafting experiences, keeping a long time and a sustainable approach to hospitality. So we have a strong international market with Europeans, Americans, Australians, but of course Vietnamese guests in the hotel. They love the elegance of this French and Vietnamese elegance of the last century. Lots of details that you can see throughout the hotel. At the lobby, for example, through the art room, we have a beautiful art collection. And also our food and beverage offer, because we have an important food and beverage accent to the hotel, and therefore it's something that customers are looking forward to. Both restaurants are very different. The Saigon Kitchen on the second floor is our restaurant for breakfast, lunch and dinner buffets with a very strong local accent. We use a lot of local produces. Like breakfast, we use 50% of Vietnamese dishes. And Albion by Kirk Westaway. Kirk Westaway is a British chef based in Singapore, acclaimed 2 Michelin star chef, and he has, his signature is modern British cuisine. So 2 different offers, very different approach. Different style of cuisine, but the same approach to quality produce. We need to be inventive and creative with the dishes. It's not just about having a small dish, it has to look good. So a small wok, here we use this hot pot, Vietnamese hot pot. So it looks very authentic and it sets the mood to the buffet. We only opened 3 months ago, so in November, and after 3 months, Kirk Westaway was declared the best chef of the year by Luxury magazine. So Accor emphasizes on sustainability. On one side, we have the food waste management program that has been a strong commitment to the group. We aim at 60% food waste reduction by 2030. So it's quite a big commitment. So it's important on one side to analyze. So we analyze all the food waste on daily basis. We have a machine called scale called We Know, and that has a camera. So we analyze all the waste that we throw away. Any food is analyzed, and then we have statistics. So then we know if we have produced too much of specific dishes. Then we try to use smaller dishes also on the buffet, because so to limit the production. And then we cook fresh food. So it actually improves the quality and limits the waste. But it also goes into respecting diets. 25% of our menu offering is vegetarian and vegan, for example. So it's respecting those different approaches to food diets and food management. Already in Asia, we are used to the meat is not the animal protein is not at the center of the dish. So that, I think, it's a different way of looking at building menus. Actually the rice and the noodles tend to be at the center, and animal protein is only part of the dish. So then you have mushrooms and kale and a bit of chicken or shrimps. So traditionally dishes are using less animal proteins, and sometimes none, because it's actually fine to have dishes, even for flexitarian people who are sometimes eating meat, but some days they don't want to eat meat. In Vietnamese culture, some people are vegetarian once a month. We wanted to have enough alternatives because not all vegetarians and vegans eat the same food. Because, for example, an Indian person will also be they limit the mushrooms, or they limit some dishes. So we need to please every person within this group. So that was the idea, and having enough alternatives. So it was not just about having a fried noodle with vegetables, but to have a proper choice of dishes. And they need to taste good. It's not about coming from Europe. I've been in Asia for a long time, and in Europe 30 years ago, asking for a vegetarian dish was a hard question because there was not much choice on menus. I think people are getting more and more flexible. Local customers are maybe slightly different, as we notice that as wealth increased, people are eating more animal proteins, but traditionally they mix, and some days they are vegetarian, some days they eat less meat, and our international market is also looking at some flexibility. People are not always vegetarian. No, they want to be, and there's nothing wrong at eating vegetarian when you're not a vegetarian. I think it's an approach, it's a more flexible approach. We need to be flexible, you need to be creative, you need to be open. I think open mind is the key, because things are changing. Changed after COVID, before COVID crisis. After COVID crisis, we see here big changes in the way people consume, and it will continue because health, environment are more important point. So it will continue to change. So stay open. Meat, animal protein will not be at the center of the dish anymore. Some dishes, yes, but not on every dish. I think that's the key. And instead of being a piece of meat, it's a beautiful eggplant. So the eggplant is cooked with passion, like would be a piece of beef, and with the right sauce, the right condiments, that it tastes beautiful. So we don't need to cook the meat beautifully. You can cook the vegetables beautifully. I think that would be a recommendation. As we navigate through the exciting world of culinary experience, I invite each of you to up your game, be creative in your approach to food, stay hungry for knowledge about sustainable practices, and be open-minded to the endless possibility that plant-based produces offer. As culinary professionals, you can inspire change, embrace diversity, and cultivate a healthier future for all.